Hey guys, welcome. I was like, when to say welcome to a brown chair chat, which this is, and I'm your host Adam Keith. I always wanted to say that, but maybe for the reality show. So actually, that might happen. Well, yeah, I mean we're working on it, so it's all good. I was brought to have a brown chair chat today because I found out some information last week, and my guides and everybody wanted me to wait until Friday. I'm not sure exactly why. Sometimes it's all about timing. About discussing the alphabet soup drugs again, which I had left a message before, but what's disturbing is that apparently DMT is becoming a thing, especially here in LA, West Hollywood, etc., that people are just using it willy-nilly. Now, first of all, DMT, some people use it to have a spiritual connection, and I'm going to say, do not do that. What you're opening is fourth dimensional portals to low vibrational beings, which you do not want to be effing around with. Let's just put it that way. You really don't. This is not, you're not seeing, you're not seeing spirit, you're not seeing the higher vibrations, you're basically seeing fourth dimensional portal beings, which will F with you. These are beings that are, demonics, entities, space, aliens, if you want to call them, also on that vibrational plane. You do not want to play with them. These things are very dark. You're messing with things you don't know what you're doing. And the problem with the DMT is that it's a synthesized drug, where if you went to go do ayahuasca or a petit peyote, something like peyote, ayahuasca, with a shaman, with somebody who knows what they're doing to lead you through this, you will have an enlightened experience. Because, first of all, it's the entire plant, it's the entire ingredients of what this is, not trying to synthesize one thing. It's very indicative of like when they were trying to say, take the vitamin A out of carrots, and they realize, oh, it's poisonous if you take too much of it. Like, no kidding, Sherlock. I mean, it's anyway, it's kind of a no-brainer. But so I had to discuss this a bit more because people are using it to get high, and they think it's also increasing their energies, their sexual energy, which it might be doing on some levels, but it's really going to have a bigger impact mentally and spiritually on you. You do not want to be messing with things that you do not know what you're dealing with. And let's also talk about the alphabet soup of drugs. Now, I'm realistic. I know people take drugs. I know they like to be in altered states. Humans have been taking drugs for thousands of years. I'm not condoning it, but I'm not stupid. Like, we all know that people do things, whether it be marijuana, alcohol, cocaine, whatever. The problem that we have here is with the synthetic drugs, ketamine, which is another one, K, which is used now kind of in therapy, which is not so bad for the therapeutical uses, but this is usually under high supervision. Like when they're doing this, you are supervised the entire time they are doing this. These drugs are not something to be played with, people. They are synthesized drugs, and they seem to have a little bit of, sort of being able to be used a little bit with, therapeutic patients, etc. However, I'm still not exactly particularly fond of that idea either, but at least it's very, very supervised. We also have, E or Molly. We also have, of course, meth. We have fentanyl. We have another one, I think nitazines are the new synthetic ones that are coming out. We have G. These are all synthetics that should not be taken. They should not be taken. The universe is absolutely not. And a lot of people are not going to like this message because I know a lot of, especially the gay community, laps this stuff up like it's candy, like it's going out of style. And it is not a good road to go down. I'm sorry to say. It really isn't. It will, even the scientific studies, what it actually does to your body and your brain are already out. So don't tell me that, oh, I don't get a hangover, or I haven't had the, no. I have friends that, oh, I just did some G and I don't have a hangover, but yet they're incapacitated for 2 days. Like, what? Like, No, I'm sorry. It's not. People are going to hate this message. Although I know a lot of them, and it's like it's not things you should be taking, including the opiates. You know, like heroin and morphine. That's only if you're morphine. Only if you're really in the hospital and you're about, you're dying or something. Then yes, you do not want to mess with these drugs. The universe is like an absolute no, and I'm just telling you what they're telling me. You either take it or not. I'm not trying to convince you of anything. I'm not your mother or father, but I'm telling you what the universe is telling me. You really do not want to be doing these drugs, okay? The funny thing is they're okay with alcohol, marijuana, cocaine, believe it or not. I think it's because it's more concentrated than synthesized. Mushrooms, peyote, ayahuasca, like I said, these are all okay in moderation. Moderation. Again, I'm not condoning this, but let's be serious. We know people take them, okay? I mean, I smoke marijuana occasionally. I do drink alcohol. So, but in moderation, people. Everything needs to be in moderation for these things. Because there's a reason why they all called, like alcohol is called spirits, because it is allowing the spirits in beside you. And with the synthetic drugs like meth and G and that, those beings, those entities are just waiting for you to take them. They're just there. And a lot of these people, especially in the gay community, and I know also, of course, the straight people also take all these drugs as well, is that they have a lot of entities attached to them. And, and sometimes some people can get away with not having an entity because their vibration's a little bit higher on the most part, but these are very dangerous drugs to be taken. And I know, I'm just being realistic with you. My guys wanted me to tell you this. The universe wanted me to put this out here for you. You either take the advice or don't. I'm not here to convince you of anything. I know everyone's on their own path and own journey, and there's no judgment here. I just want you guys to be safe and realize what you're seriously playing with is not good for you. It really isn't. I mean, I have to do another whole episode on the food we're eating, but that's a whole nother thing. Yeah, it's just not good, people. I mean, and it's interesting too, like the karma is hitting left, right, and center right now. I just got some information about someone in the adult field who's getting their karma big time right now. And, I hate to say this, but you're not going to hide from the karma. You're just not. If you were douchey, if you did things that you shouldn't have done, it's gonna get you. It's gonna bite you in the ass, And I just, try to keep your nose clean, basically, and just, try to heal. That's what I'm trying to say. Is like, this is why we're trying to get this reality show, bought and sold and up, so that we can, go bigger and show people through different spiritual modalities how to heal, help themselves heal, because it's really important that we do this. We need to raise the vibration of the individual and the planet and the communities. It's very, very important. This is also raising the vibration will also, not only will you feel better, you'll be attracting better things, but it also for your health, your stress levels, everything else will start to change. It really will make a difference physically in your body as well, okay? So really important that you really take this seriously, and I know a lot of people are not gonna like this message and be like, oh, what does he know? Whatever, who cares? And don't get me wrong, I have not been, I'm no angel. I've done stuff in my past as well. But, I also now know what I know. So I'm, telling you this, and hopefully we'll be able to show you more means of healing through different modalities. I'm very excited about this reality show. And of course I will let you know when it is bought, where it will be shown, the whole thing. So trust me, I will be there right beside you going, here it is. I think that was pretty much about it for now. It's like as far as the universe wanted me to talk about. For people that have been doing the work, things are getting better. There is progression. You should start seeing it, start feeling it. Again, there are always, some tests in that, but when you're vibrating high, the tests are more like speed bumps instead of roadblocks. Do you know what I'm saying? So that you'll be able to get through them much easier. Because, let's face it, this whole acceleration into the fifth dimension it's not going to be utopia. I think a lot of people thought, oh, it's going to be a complete change and it's going to be utopia. It's going to be much, much, much better. Yeah. but it's not going to be utopia. Humans are not ready for a utopian society. You already trying to figure out problems now. Like taking the U.S. and most Western cultures have it so good that they're looking for problems. They're literally looking for problems, and it's just in the entitlement and never blaming themselves for anything. It's always never taking responsibility or accountability. It's blame everything is everybody else's problem. No, I'm sorry, it's not. It starts with you. It starts with the change within you, making within yourself, and if you're not happy, like say with capitalism, and capitalism is a very good thing. It right now it needs improvement. It needs to be redirected. But communism, socialism, and we do have some forms of socialism, the police, the fire department, things like that, schools, that is socialism. But somebody has to pay for that too. People have to work and be incentivized by it. And that's why incentivized by work, to help people to want to do something. So I'm not poo-pooing socialism. There is a little bit of socialism already in our society. But the capitalism needs to be, instead of throwing it out, work on it, change it. Our government is very corrupt. Both sides, both parties need to go down the drain as far as I'm concerned. I mean, they are beholden by the oligarchs and by the corporations, and that needs to change. And so work on those things. I know it's difficult, but you all get all in a Twitter about someone used the wrong pronoun, and it's on mass media and you want to shut this one person down. Well, then take that energy and use it towards your government to correct itself. I'd rather see an evolution, not a revolution, and help correct itself because it needs to be done. This is what we're here to do, to improve society, to improve our communities, to improve ourselves. And that's why raising the vibration is very important. Healing is important. It starts here. It needs to be here first. So, yeah, I think that's about all I need to say. Yeah, my guys are saying, yes, that's enough. So I hope this helps in some way. I hope it reaches somebody out there who is maybe taking these drugs and whatnot, and maybe to, redirect their efforts into something else with, we can make a change. All of us can make a change for a better society, for a better world. We can. Let's do that. All right, my loves. I hope you guys have a good weekend. Hopefully there'll be a reading coming up soon. Again, I only do them when I'm called to. And I wish you guys well. Enjoy the weekend.